It is Thursday. No, Wednesday. It is Wednesday. Another day, another Wednesday. And of course, another stream. Let me quickly switch my scene. My settings. Hold on. There you go. Okay. Hope everybody had a great Wednesday so far. Today, of course, as always, first thing first, I think I said it before, it's another Wednesday, it's another quick sketch. Who would have guessed? Today's quick sketch number 73. Yeah, I have an idea already, so we can basically just jump right in. But before we do that, of course, today we will continue to work on the mechanical hands of the MSI CA, the MSI Creator Award submission. Yesterday we started putting down the basics. I was kind of struggling getting the hands right, proportions and all that. I think the biggest part that was missing was just there was a lack of density in terms of geometry. I don't think I had enough, which meant that when I did changes, it was basically too much. Maybe you you can like remember the scene in comics where somebody's like trying to, I don't know, park his car, and then somebody's like standing outside and telling you, okay, a little bit more to the right, a little bit more to the left, a little bit more to the right, and then every time he would just go too far, too far, too far, too far. That was basically what happened yesterday. Like, oh, maybe these fingers have to be shorter, maybe the hand has to be shorter, maybe the hand has to be longer. I don't know. Just messing around the whole time, and like at some point the whole hand was just like half the size that it was before, and then at some point we switched to the feet, put in some more detail in there. We switched back to the hands, put in a little bit more, I guess, like geometry, a little bit more density, and then all of a sudden it looked way better. Especially once we've added the fingernails, then it was way better. So maybe just adding fingernails really defines the structure of the finger that much that it's like that it looks weird without. Maybe that was just the case why I was struggling so much, or why I was confused. Today, hopefully we can get into actually sculpting the mechanical parts, like finishing the hand sculpt in itself in its organic form, and then transforming it into something more, I guess, like mechanical, like sculpting in the individual like mechanical, or like putting in like seams and all that to make it mechanical, not like organic with this like unified form, actually putting in like different parts, or sculpting in different parts, which we then can use to build on top of that the actual geometry for the mechanical hand. That's basically what we try to start, at least today. Hopefully we can finish the first hand today, this week. If not, then I'm probably gonna, hopefully if I find the time, work on it throughout the weekend, just so I can yeah, work on something else next week. And yeah, hopefully next week I'll be able to finish the month 2 compilation. It's already been like half of March, and I haven't finished it. No, it's April, right? Oh my god, I'm so dumb. It's April. It's already like halfway through April, so I kind of have to catch up. The render just took so long to render. Like I think the end scene or the animation is like 26 seconds long, with if you have it at 25 frames per second, which is roughly like 800, or it's exactly 805 frames, where every frame takes roughly 2.5 minutes to render. So you can kind of imagine how long that took. I think I started rendering last weekend, and then I did it like I didn't want to do it over the night because my PC's in the same room that my bed is where I sleep in, and that would just be too loud, and I couldn't really sleep that well. So I try to do it when I, for example, work, or when I'm not using the PC, or at least not Blender. Now I'm finished now. I can actually finish the compilation, which I'll probably do over the weekend. Hopefully I also expand the stream a little bit, maybe adjust it a little bit. I have some ideas to make the VOD experience a little bit better, especially the beginning part. I think there's some potential there, but I don't want to ramble too much. I think it's time for the quick sketch. I don't want to like waste too much time. I want to spend as much time as possible on the actual hand sculpt, or the sculpt itself. Of course, we have a deadline we want to hit, so let's not waste any more time. Let's go into Blender. Blender is already open. You could already see it. I have Robert already open. I have a pretty simple idea for a cool image, kind of inspired from a TikTok video I saw. It'll be pretty simple, but I think it'll be pretty cool. So yeah, yeah, I think everything's ready. Let me just delete this spherical. We don't need this sphere. Let me hit the start button on the countdown, and then we can start. Let me hit record first, of course, to record it for tomorrow to upload. I'm ready. Hopefully you are ready. The quick sketch is starting in 3, 2, 1, go. There you go. Quick sketch started. First of all, we need the Robert, of course. Robert is right here. Let me import him. Append the good old Roberto collection, male human base mesh. There you go. There he is. He doesn't have to do much today. He's not becoming a samurai or whatever. It's actually a pretty simple task he has to fulfill, or to do whatever. First of all, we need a plane. Oh, actually, I have an idea. What about using not a plane, but actually like a small pedestal, maybe a cylinder? Yep. Let's make it smaller. There you go. Like a small pedestal where it can stand on, very, very small. There you go. Put it down a little bit. And there you go. Okay, so next up, let's put in some more detail, or let's make this an actual like pillar, or rather a pedestal. Extrude, scale down, scale out, extrude down. There you go. Let's do it one more. No, let's not do that. Let's go in here and let's extrude it in. I'm kind of I think I'm going to keep it like this thick. I'm going to do some changes though afterwards. Let's pull it down. There you go. Perfect. We don't need to see the whole length, but I kind of want to have some room to play around with. There you go. Okay, let's put in some more detail in here. First of all, what I want to do is, where's my... Okay, first of all, let me grab these edges. Nope, these edges, and bevel them. I'm gonna put them out. The profile looks kind of weird. I don't know why it's like super. Where can I change? I don't want to change the profile. I want to change the beveling method. There are different ways you can bevel stuff, and oh, they're down there. Which one is it? The mode M. Different modes can determine how you actually bevel stuff. Oh, that's better. Perfect. Which one is it? Percent. Switch it to out. There you go. Okay. There you go. Perfect. First one done. Let's go into this edge right there. Let's inset it first. There you go. Then we use this edge, and perfect. Haha. Okay. Next up, I want to go to the bottom right there. First of all, what I'm going to do is I select. So I have some sort of trick that I at some point discovered, or kind of like rediscovered. I think it was like selecting this and a second one, and then holding shift control and then plus. Oh yeah, there it goes. It selects the same pattern. So if there's one between that isn't selected, it'll select the second one, the second upcoming I guess like phase. That's a thing I like heard before, but I never really saw how it actually works. And then at some point I kind of tried it, and now I know. Holding control and shift. is how we do it. Okay, so we grab these edges and we bevel them. Well, that's not really what it's supposed to look like. That is very interesting. I guess we could change the mode. Let's see. Bevel. There's the bevel. What about... Oh, not profile mode. There's no changes there. Oh, I guess we have to do some cuts first. So let's cut in right here. Let's do 2 cuts. 102. Scale them up so they reach all the way to the bottom and the top. It's roughly the same width as the width you have right there on these faces, the faces we pushed in. And then we select the edges again. Oh no. Let's select them like this. I think that's the best way to do it. I wonder if we can now do the same. Nope, we can't. Okay, well, that doesn't work. Oh, actually it does. Hold on. Wait, what? Okay, I guess that works somehow. What about doing like this? Aha. Okay, that's 1 row. Or not. Hold on, where's my selection? Ah, there it is. Let's do the same with these ones. There it is. Let's do the bottom row as well. And then we can do the beveling part. Ooh. No, that should be good. Okay. I was gonna think about something, but actually it should be good now. So if we bevel it now, if we go to edge mode, bevel. Well, that looks better than before at least. Let's switch the profile to an concave profile. There you go. And perfect. We have a nice pillar. Should we select these? No, I don't think that should be what we do. I think that looks pretty good. We could maybe change it later, but I'll keep it like this for now. Maybe we could change this one just to build it a little bit without many faces, just like this. Change the mode maybe for a more... Oh, yeah, okay, well then let's use this one. There you go. Okay, let's put it to smooth. Actually, let's put it to subdivision surface. There you go. Let's put it to 2 so we have some more geometry. Perfect. Okay. So what I want to do first is I want to detail these edges. Just putting in cuts right there makes these edges... Oh, that's quite dense there. There you go. Makes them sharper. That's exactly what I was looking for. Do the same right here. Getting quite sharp here. Let's maybe reduce the levels to 2-1. There you go. I guess we can just hide it for now and then reapply it when we're done. This way we don't have this lagginess going on. Lagginess. There you go. Do the same on all these sharp edges. And there you go. We could probably do it also in there, but I don't think we need to. There you go. Looking pretty okay. Okay, perfect. So, himself, he should stand a little bit different. So, first of all, I'm going to apply or enable X-axis mirror. There you go. So then we can just move one side and the other one will follow. He should stand pretty relaxed. Maybe push him back a little bit. There you go. He should be right in the middle. Perfect. His feet are kind of tilted forward, I think. More like this. That's probably better. There you go. Next up, I want to bring his hands down. He should just stand without like a huge, like just a chilling pose like this. Okay. Let's change his hands. Let's go to individual origins so I can rotate these fingers individually. This just makes it look more organic. Usually your hands aren't just like your fingers aren't just pointing straight down. They're usually kind of relaxed, which gives them this curve-like shape. There you go. Oh, this middle finger looks kind of weird. Maybe we can rein him in. Oh, hello. There you go. Let's do the... Oh, the other side is already... has already adapted. Of course, we have X-axis mirror enabled. Maybe we can change this one a little bit so it's the two sides are like unique. There you go. That looks pretty good. Maybe change the thumb. Give me the thumb. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, perfect. Let's change the rotation of the elbows. Okay, perfect. So he's just standing there. He's kind of the focus, but he's just like, he's not the only focus in the image. So we have to bring in one more thing. Actually, what I want to do is I will give him a poncho or something like that. We will use a circle for that. We will give the circle a face, pull it up here. Then we need to inset it. So roughly around his neck. That looks pretty good. Maybe make it a little bit smaller. There you go. Remove the face. Give these faces out there a little bit more room, or a few more, like a little bit more geometry. There you go. Then I want to do my trick for cloth is usually when it's so small, like this dude is pretty small right now. What I usually do is I increase these two things, like the cloth and then the collision object, by 10, like just scaling it up by 10. This way, I don't know really why, but the cloth simulation just works better. So that means if we then apply, first of all, a subdivision surface modifier, and then a physics simulation, which will be the cloth simulation, setting the dude as the collision object for the cloth simulation, grabbing a timeline, so we can hit play for the simulation. There you go. Hit play, and that's the start of the simulation. Looks kind of weird, of course. We need more geometry. Let's see it now. Of course, it gets slower and slower the more geometry we have. We can see it gets kind of weird because it gets like heavier and heavier the more geometry we have. So if we go in here, we could probably change it to something else. Maybe like, what about rubber? What does rubber look like? Oh, that's pretty slow. You can see the more quality steps, the longer it's going to take. Rubber is even worse. I guess we'll just keep cotton. Cotton is the easiest one to handle. One thing I kind of want to change though is I want to make this a little bit stiffer. It's kind of like, or we can just, I guess, scale this. Oh, hello. Scale this, make this smaller. Maybe this way we can kind of avoid it to stretch that much that like that it's falling like off of him. Okay, well, that doesn't work. I guess we have to I think there's some sort of internal spring pressure cast shape. We can use a pin group. Oh, a shrinking factor. Well, that doesn't really work, I think. Let's use the pin group then. I think that's the easiest way to do it. So we pull it down so it fits right on him. There you go. Perfect. We probably just have to use two vertices. So we just go in here, select these two vertices. Wait, let's select two that are parallel to each other. So this one right there, oh, this one. Go into the vertex groups, make a new one, assign them to that group. We go back to the cloth simulation, go to pin group, select the group. There you go. Let's simulate. You can see now it's pinning right there. It's not going to fall off now. And he'll get a nice poncho. It may be a little bit too big. Maybe we could change it a little bit. Right now it's pretty big, although could be enough. I kind of want to cover him. Yeah, I'll keep it like this. I think that looks pretty good. One thing I want to change though is I need or is it collisions? I need self collision. This way it's not going to intersect with itself. That's looks kind of weird when it's intersecting with itself. So that's why I usually enable self collision. The problem is, of course, if it's supposed to not collide with itself, it has to kind of register itself as well. meaning it just takes longer to render or to like calculate. Quick sketch day 73, just quickly saving the project. Quick sketch day 73. Perfect. Save it. And let's try again. Probably gonna take a while. Let's see. 3 frames per second. 4 actually. Perfect. Should be enough. Of course, not only increasing the geometry will increase the this or decrease the speed, also like collisions, as you can see right there, there's no collision now. They kind of lie on top of each other, which is perfect for this case. Okay, perfect. There you go. Looks kind of weird, but that's kind of how I wanted it to look like. Maybe we could reduce some geometry right there. We have 15 minutes left. Let's see if we can probably change the shape a little bit. We can make it a little bit more oval, meaning we can grab these 2 vertices. Let's see if that actually works or if that's too big. We grab or we enable proportional editing. Set it to not sharp. We should probably use linear. We scale them down. There you go. Ooh. Let's just keep it how it is. I think that's better. Let's render it, calculate it one more time. Then we should be good. Okay, almost done. Of course, he's not the main focus, or he's kind of the focus, but he's not the only focus. So I kind of want to have some more time for the rest. 15 minutes left should be enough though. So like should be something super complex, but yeah, there you go. Perfect. So let's go in here and apply the cloth and subdivisions. So now we have a nice cloth. Let's then maybe use another subdivision just to make it a little bit more detailed. There you go. It's just smoother. Apply. There you go. Okay. So next up, I want to make him smaller again. Of course, he's pretty big right now. Select both. Set it to 3D cursor. That's what I had before. Scale it by 0.1, and now oh, hello. We moved the cursor, I guess. Let's do it again. Scale it by 0.1. Oh, hello, it's negative. Let's try again. 0.1. There you go. There he is, standing with his poncho. Okay, let's go. Let's save it one more time. So let's see the we don't need this timeline anymore. Let's join the timeline, remove it basically. We can see the camera right there. Let's position the camera. First of all, I want to change the focus a little bit higher, more on his chest maybe. Then we can position the camera, move it closer, of course. He's supposed to be the focus. There's not that much more in the scene, so we can probably zoom in some more. A little bit more, maybe like this. That should be pretty good. Pull it down. Let's go a little bit further back, just moving it to fit the whole scene. Perfect. Actually, we can go a little bit closer, just min-maxing the perspective right now. Okay. Yeah, let's use that for now. Welcome back, Vincent. Hopefully you had a nice Thursday. Wait, no, Wednesday. I don't know why I always confuse Thursday with Wednesday. My Wednesday was pretty chill. I finally finished rendering the 3D animation. I just, like, when I finish it, I usually like have like just these individual frames, meaning if I yeah, if I wait, what do I want to say? I forgot. So usually I render it just as like the animation as frames, meaning afterwards I have to combine them in After Effects. You can basically just select all of them and it's just gonna create a full scene. And then I just realized that the whole animation is like 23 seconds long if you like play it in 25 frames per second. So I didn't know that it was like that long. I kind of expected it to be more like 15 seconds or so. But of course, if we speed it up or if I speed it up, which I kind of wanted to do anyway, then it's just like 15 seconds or so. So yeah. So Robert has a new poncho. He might get wet in this image, maybe not. We're gonna play around with a cloud. So we don't need this. We go to rendered view. So he has a black box on him right now. So first of all, we don't need materials for now, at least. Who's Snufkin? Never heard of him. Is it another movie or TV show, or is it something else? Harry Potter? I don't know. Never watched Harry Potter. I'm not that knowledgeable. If you play like what is it, like trivia with me, I'm probably the worst person to play that with you. I know nothing about culture. I mean, uncultured Moomin. Never heard that before. I'm sorry. I'm an uncultured swine. Okay. Let's use a principled volume. 10 minutes left should be enough. I'm sorry, I've never heard Moomin before. Let me click quickly, see if I can recognize it from images. Oh, no, hold on. Nope, never seen it before. I think I've seen something similar before, but never the Moomin. It looks like a I guess like kids TV show. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Maybe it's like something more local, like a more local TV show. I mean, I've never seen that in my life before, so maybe it's like actually something like local. I've watched a TV series, so no, never. You cannot tell me that everybody knows Moomin. Okay, hold on, I need a noise texture first. Nope, first, before I do that, I need a gradient texture. What is it about? I guess it's about the Moomin. Do you know the do you know the TV show with the gummy bears that run around, eat, like drink their juice and then jump around, solve crime or whatever, do heroic things? There you go. Wait, what does it look so different? I guess, oh, okay, I know why. Wait, you don't know that? Oh my god. You've never watched TV shows before? How could you? Okay. Yeah, I think it was just I think it was, I guess, German TV show. I don't know if that's something like, if that really was a like international TV show. I don't think so. Okay, hold on. Let me make a quick cloud. Come on. Mix RGB. I only have 7 minutes left. Dude, time went by so quick. Why or how even? Let's put that in there. Wait, do I even need? Wait, I'm confused. Oh, hold on. Of course. I need oh yeah, I need a mix RGB. I need to put it to multiply. There you go. Okay, I have to switch it, I think. There you go. Aha, okay. Let's customize our cloud. The cloud isn't really visible in the rendered view right now. First of all, we need a cutter ramp. There you go. I guess I have to switch it again. I guess I did a mistake. Made a mistake. There it is. There it is. We need more white. Aha. Now we're getting somewhere. Let's switch it to density now, so we can actually see what the cloud is looking like. First of all, what I need is to increase the density. I need a math note, so we can multiply the value higher than 1. What about 10? Oh, there's the ball. What about 50? Aha, there it is. Nice afro. Okay. Let's see if we can make it look a little bit better. Okay, it's a little bit round. Okay, we need more detail first of all. Maybe we can change the scale, make it a little bit bigger. Actually, should we make it bigger or make it smaller? Oh, let's play around. 4D to we have the seed value. Oh, there you go. Okay, the cloud is definitely too smooth right now. Let's see. Distortion. We don't need distortion. Okay, I haven't done clouds in a long time, so I'm kind of rusty. I have 4 minutes left. Okay. Hold on. Let's go through a few of these. Maybe there's a... Oh, okay, well, that looks interesting. Oh, a cube also looks pretty cool. Looks more like cotton candy than a cloud. There's definitely a better way to create clouds, but I kind of know this. Oh, that looks pretty good. Linear light. There's definitely a better way, but I'm not quite comfortable with the other one. Or it's a little bit more elaborate. Yeah, exactly. That one. Adventures of the Gummy Bears. Do you know that one, or? Aha. Perfect. That's one of the TV shows I watched like when I was younger. Yeah. Uncultured, unbelievable. Doesn't even know the gummy bear adventures of the gummy bears. Okay. We need an image. Let's see if we can quickly grab one. Make it bigger. Medium point. There you go. Fill the whole scene. Put it further back. First of all, I want to remove this thing right there. I need to make this bigger and pull it further back. There you go. Okay, first of all, I want to give him some light. Do you mean the quick sketch or the TV show? Okay. Oh yeah. I don't even know where or who made that show. I think it wasn't from Disney. I think it was something a different studio. Okay. Was it? Okay. Didn't know that. Do you know, what is it? The Chipmunk show? Whatever that was called. With, the adventurer. I don't know what the name was. Hold on, let me see if I can quickly find a good image. We have a minute left. Oh no. Oh, maybe this one. I'll guess we'll try. Hold on. Okay. There you go. Mapping, make it a little bit bigger. Oh, not smaller. Yeah, bigger, right there. Okay, perfect. Oh, that's a little bit too big still. There you go. Okay. Make it a little bit darker. There you go. Maybe we can increase the strength of this light. Actually, let's put in one more light. Maybe this way we can kind of ease these shadows. Maybe one more. There you go. Okay, well, that was kind of quick. Chipmunks, yeah, Chippendale, right? That was the one. Yeah, where they like use their what was it, like their plane to go from where they need to go to? Or no, that was the duck, right? The duck that was flying the airplane. Let me see if I can find it. Chippendale. There it is. No, wait. Okay, well, there's a 3D animation as well. Rescue Rangers. Yeah. But where's the what was he called? Yeah, Chippendale Rescue Rangers. Chippendale airplane. The duck. Was it? No, was that from the Chippendale? No, that was the mouse that was flying. There was another TV show with a with this duck that was kind of looking like a pelican with this huge chin. Was it from Donald Duck or no? What was the name of the rich duck? I know the German name, but I don't know what the English name for it is. DuckTales, there you go. DuckTales. Airplane. Let's see. There he is. Hold on, what's his name? Let's see. I'm curious. Where's the... Oh, there it is. Packaging. Well, oh my god, you can't see. Okay, hold on. I need to know this now. Sun Chaser airplane. Oh, McQuack. There you go. Hold on. DuckTales McQuack. There he is. Have you watched DuckTales when you were younger? That was one of the shows that I probably watched the most. And then American Dragon as well. I don't know if you know that series or that show. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I think there were two shows. One with the young the children basically, and then DuckTales was just with the three, right? With the three no, I think there were two shows. One with the old guy and then another one with the three ducklings. I think I like the first one better with the rich dude. Can't remember the name. There you go. Image is finished. Pretty simple, but actually took quite a while, probably because of the I guess poncho animation. There you go. Could probably improve the cloud a little bit more, but nope, Robert's just standing there chilling. He's not gonna move. He's just there to think about his life, what he went through already after ending up in a what was it? Dude, you know, okay, hold on. It's after fighting a samurai boss, or being a samurai yesterday and fighting a huge monster. Today he's just chilling on his small little pillar, thinking about life. Yeah, so the poncho, whatever you want to call it, is pretty simple. I just used a circle and then like gave it a face and then inset it and then deleted the middle face. This way I can just simulate it like with a cloth simulation. That's basically the poncho. I would have probably liked to have a little bit less, I guess, cloth on the sides, but I guess you can't really see it in the front anyway, so yeah, it was pretty simple. Yeah. Okay, let's do some post-production. Do we need a glare node? Yeah, looks a little bit better. What about putting it threshold to 0.1? Oh, now it's glowing really bad, or really, whatever you want to call it, really good. Putting it too high makes the glow a little bit more, I guess, makes it a little bit smaller, but also I think a little bit more distinct. Now it looks, yeah, it looks more like a dream. Perfect. After dying, or maybe not dying, you can decide. He is dreaming. What was it? The movie, the Ghibli movie with the big dude and the small child, the small girl with her hold on, I'm warmed up my English shit. I have to Google that. Oh, with her umbrella. Was it an umbrella? Did she hold an umbrella? No, he was holding an umbrella, right? With the big, like, big monster, I guess. With this small little umbrella, and then the little girl standing, I think, waiting for the bus. Yeah. What was it Totoro? What was the other one where the little girl is like lost in that huge house with all the monsters? What was that called? Oh yeah, mine, I guess. Yeah, Totoro, that was that one. What was the other one called? Can't remember. I remember seeing it, but I can't remember the name. Was it that? What? Wait, I thought I had something like a different name. Let me see if that's the one that I mean. With the dude that was kind of like, I think, what is it, like arranging, I think, the mail or whatever, and there were these small spiders running around that just looked like small like wool balls running around. These black little I guess spiders. Yeah. Let me see if that's the one once I started the render. Okay, let's see. With the huge grandma. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. No. Well, is it? I guess it's a different name in German. Yeah, it's Spirited Away. In German, it's more like Chihiro's Journey into the Wonderland or whatever, or Magic Land. Actually sounds a little bit better in my opinion. Of course, it's a bad translation, but still. Yeah, I remember this one as well, the Castle in the Sky. I don't think that's the right name for it in English, but I don't know what it's called in English. And then what was the? I don't think that was a Ghibli movie, but the one with the huge iron giant. Was it called the Iron Giant? Oh yeah, there it is. Was it? Yeah, the Iron... Oh wait, I didn't even know that was called the Iron Giant. That was also one of my favorite movies when I was younger. I think I watched it every time it was played on TV. Okay. Halfway there. I mean, you know, this scene is pretty simple, but somehow like the time went by so fast. I kind of expected to have a little bit more time. I mean, the background is quite fitting, I think, so I didn't have to like go overtime to find a good image to put in the background, but at least I would have liked to have a little bit more time just to, I guess, fine-tune it a little bit more. But the main concept is definitely there. The cloud could probably be a little bit bigger in terms of their its intricacy, and like make it a little bit more fluffy. Right now it looks a little bit like rough. Maybe, let me see if I know that one. Nope, never seen that one before. Nope, I think I've never seen that one, like even like just imagery. Oh, what was the one with all the animals that I think can transform into humans, or like I think there were some raccoons that kind of took over the city. I can't remember what it was called, or I wouldn't even know what to put into Google to find it. No, not Transformers. I think it was also like a Ghibli movie where there is some sort of construction site near a forest, I think, and then the animals kind of like form a plan to overtake the construction site, I think. I can't really remember anymore. been too long. Maybe, let me see. Oh, there you go. Oh, let's see. Oh yeah, that was the one with all the whatever that is. I guess raccoons or like small little bears. Wait, they even have testicles. What? Like what? At least in that single like image. Okay, interesting. At least they stay true to nature. Oh, okay. Well. Oh yeah, right there. Kind of like. Okay, I don't get this movie anymore. I forgot what it was about, or at least like what the story was. But I remember seeing it once, but I can't remember what the story really was, except for that they were kind of like trying to overtake the construction site. Okay, hold on. Oh. There you go. Ah. Okay. We already have a pretty good contrast, so we probably don't have to increase the bright spots at least. Let's see. We can probably... maybe we can increase the dark spots a little bit to make it a little bit more clear. We probably don't need the kind of like gray area at the bottom right there. There was some sort of small little gray spot you can see right there. If we increase it a little bit more, you can see it. I think that looks better. A little bit more clear. Gray, what about gray? Oh. Yeah. Actually keeping it pretty wide I think is better. This way we can kind of distinguish the silhouette a little bit better. Yeah, perfect. Do we need anything else? We can probably... I'm wondering if I should even put in the fingerprint texture, because this is more like a pretty chill image. I think maybe the fingerprint texture could bring in a little bit too much roughness, but we can try. Let's try it. There you go. Let's see. Oh, not multiply. This one. It could work. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Putting it to 50% opacity could work. There you go. Okay, perfect. Yeah, helps a little bit. Kind of looks like some clouds in the background. Yep, doesn't look too bad. Perfect. Let's save that PSD. Perfect. We're already done with the quick sketch. I mean, probably took like 40 minutes or even longer. 45 minutes. Not the longest. There it is. 73. Okay. It's time for another transition. Time to upload the image, and then we continue working on the hand. Hopefully we can finish at least the organic part, or like the base, so we can then sculpt in a few mechanical I guess parts, or like transform it into a more mechanical hand. Yeah, I mean we'll probably just sculpt in the fingernails, and then we can go over to, I mean if it looks good, then we can go over to mechanizing it, transforming it. Let me open it up. There you go. Let's switch from that dreamy scene with this nice music in the background, also pretty dreamy, to something more, I guess, aesthetic. There it is. Haha, look at that. Almost done. We don't need the timer anymore. So, import it into my phone. Fun fact, in Germany we use an English name, or we call the phone, or the phone itself, like a smartphone, we have an English name for that, which isn't being used in the English language. Which is kind of weird. We call it handy. Which is like, I mean, it sounds like normal in, I guess, German when you speak German, but still, like you would call your phone like handy. So kind of weird. Small little fun fact for you. Okay, okay, this time one more, I mean 2 more times, just one compilation, and then next week you'll see the second one as well. Probably gonna combine them. So have fun. I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, there you go. I just forgot to unmute my microphone. I just discovered that my water bottle is empty, so I'll just quickly refill it and then I'll be back. Okay. Let's continue. So let's sculpt in these I guess fingernails, and then maybe adjust the fingers a little bit more, or nope, I don't drink coffee, I don't drink tea, I just drink water. I've never I think I've tasted coffee before, but I've never I guess tried like drinking it in that sense. I know what it like what it tastes like, but I've never like tried to yeah, I've never consumed it, I guess. I guess you're someone who needs their coffee in the morning. I just don't need, I don't know. I think like at some point coffee is more like a placebo effect rather than actually making you more awake. Because I don't really feel like I need coffee to be awake, and some people, like especially in my office, say like, oh dude, I'm so tired right now, I need a coffee. Yeah, I've never really felt like I really need some sort of like, I guess like I need like caffeine to make like to wake me up. Just drink water. Good old water. That's enough. I mean, tea is usually just like spiced up water and just takes a little bit longer to set up, so I just grab my water and drink that rather than spending a little bit more time like making myself tea. We I think for Mother's Day I bought like fresh tea for my mom because she likes drinking tea. So there are like these dried fruits which you then can put in this sieve, I guess. Hold on, is that the right word? Like this tea, yeah, sieve, I guess. Sieve sounds so weird. That then like filters out all the all the small particles, I guess, to make it look like taste like the fruits. Like I think it was like this very like, yeah, fruity taste, and I can always like smell it every morning. It smells pretty good. I think I've tried it once, it was pretty good, but it always like just feels like some sort of juice, but with a little bit less, like a little bit more bland, a little bit less intense, I guess. I drank water with like some sort of flavor in it before. Just recently I like stopped drinking that. It's like a little bit sweeter, Sometimes it tastes like apple, or it tastes like, usually it's just sweet, just like, you know, when you grab yourself like a ice cream, or like the more watery ice, that then is supposed to taste like strawberry, for example, but it just tastes like some sort of sugary whatever. Doesn't really taste like, I don't know, strawberry, for example. Banana tastes a little bit more like banana, but also more like sugar rather than actual like banana. That's kind of how you can imagine the, I guess, flavored water tasted like. Just felt to me like it's a little bit of a, I don't know, too much of a hassle to buy the like flavored water every time, if you can just fill up your bottle with tap water every morning. Of course, only if your tap water is clean enough. Do you want to hear another zinger? I've never, well, I've probably tasted it before. Well, never intentionally. Did I drink or taste alcohol before? Alcohol just is something I'll probably never touch in my life. Just something I don't desire at all. I remember sometimes, usually around May, there's this what is it, like some sort of holiday? I can't remember what it is, but on like we have like a long weekend, and well, the only thing that's missing is the horn. But I don't desire getting a horn. And usually what we'll do in that like long weekend, holiday weekend, is we go on a, I guess, like camping trip with friends from like friends with my father, like, or my dad's friends, or like, yeah, let's call it friends. And usually it's more like a drinking trip, I guess. And then I always kind of feel like, I guess, you know, when you're like in some sort of friend group that you kind of feel like you don't belong because they just keep drinking. I mean, they're of course not really just only, they don't just drink themselves to sleep every day, but like, you know, it's like having like completely opposite interests, I guess. Usually what they do is like sit around, drink their beer every morning, and then every throughout the day, whatever, sit in the sun and just chill, don't really do anything, and then that's basically the whole weekend, I guess. So I'm kind of debating whether I should go like if I'll come with them this year as well. Maybe it doesn't even work, just like last year, just because of the virus. Maybe it's still locked up, but we'll have to see in a month or so. Usually every time, like when it's the last day, we make like we shoot a group photo, and they always like pile up all the like beer canisters they've like I guess finished, and it was like a whole pyramid that was like up to my chest or so. Like I don't even know how many. Of course, not only like all the I guess like all of them drink from it. So it's not like just 5 people or so. It's usually like, I guess like 12 or so, maybe even more now, because some of them are now of age to be able to drink. But yeah, every time somebody like every time I tell someone, oh dude, I don't drink alcohol, they're like, wait, what? Like for me it's like completely normal, and usually they just accept it, I guess. But it's always like weird. I guess it's kind of weird because usually people drink alcohol, but I don't know, it's never been for me. I don't like the first of all, it's just the feeling of, I don't want to know what I am like if I'm drunk. Second of all, I know that alcohol is just bad for your body, so why would I put something like, why would I put poison in my system? And then yeah, I just don't feel comfortable. Just feels weird to me. I know like some people do it more, I don't know, like there was someone in my class back in the day who said that they enjoy like being like super drunk, which was like super weird to me. I don't know how, like they enjoyed like getting like, I don't know, like, yeah, I don't get it. I also like, yeah, I mean, that's one topic I kind of wanted to talk about actually. I kind of like, I listened to a few podcasts. I think I listened to one on Monday or so, where they discussed what they were like when they were younger. And they kind of talked about like, oh, you never like snuck out of your home to go somewhere to a party or so, or you never secretly drank alcohol or whatever, did something you're not supposed to do, you weren't supposed to do back then. And then usually like they all had something to tell that they did back then. One of them then told like, oh dude, I never snuck out and never went anywhere. I kind of like just felt comfortable staying at home. And I don't know, like hearing other people like in their, I guess their young life or what they did when they were younger, kind of makes me think as if like I had some sort of like, or at least it sounds like I have. Usually if other people would have had my life, they would probably consider it pretty boring, even now probably. But I don't know, I like it. I don't think it's like super eventful, I guess, but that's just how I like it. I like it when there's like, some people like to travel a lot. I don't. I like to stay at home. Home is just like when I'm on vacation, I don't enjoy flying somewhere. I would rather like stay at home, maybe go out with friends somewhere, but just the whole ordeal of like flying to a whole different country or a different whatever state. Well, I'm not in America, like different country or different continent. I've done that before with my parents. They like traveling, but I don't know, maybe I've grown a not disgust, like I've just grown to not like it, I guess. Maybe because we've traveled so much before. Usually every time I kind of go on a long trip, after maybe like a few hours, or maybe when I get there and it's like kind of boring because we don't really do much, I kind of think to myself like, oh, I could have been home now, I could do so much more there. Usually if you go somewhere, like if you travel somewhere, you have like way less opportunities or way less stuff to do. Of course you can plan like trips or like sightseeing or going to a museum or whatever, but I don't know. That's not really for me. So I guess a lot of people would consider my lifestyle boring. But that's just how it is. Do you like traveling? It's probably like I only know traveling from traveling with my parents, of course. So traveling with friends probably way different, but still, I don't know. Oh yeah. Like, I have no desire at all to look at some old cathedral or something. Maybe if I like get there by accident, I like looking at it just because of the artistry, I guess, get inspired or whatever. But I never really like desire to see the like a big waterfall or whatever. That's just never been interesting to me. Every time we were like usually what we did when I was younger was we would travel to some foreign country, and then like every day we would like visit a specific spot. We would probably rent a car to get there, and then we like go there, look at it, and then drive back, usually like a 2-hour drive or so. And every time, like, I was sitting in the back, of course. Usually I have my Nintendo just to play games while we were just driving. And every time, like, there was some sort of interesting rock, I guess, that was interesting to look at, my mother would be like, "Oh, dude," and not like, "Oh, look outside, there's this cool whatever." And I was like, "Okay, cool." Then she was like, "Go on, stop playing. Look at the beautiful whatever that was." And I was like, "Okay, well, that's kind of boring to look at." I was like not interested at all. It was so boring to me. Just I don't know. Traveling is so. I never had the desire to go somewhere just to see something that I could also see on the internet. Like I could just Google, I guess, like Tower of Pisa and then see it rather than having to go there. I mean, I can probably like imagine why people like it, but it's just, I don't know, not for me. I'm guessing you like drinking coffee or tea? Oh, both or just one of them? Usually, like, tea isn't that bad. I just don't like, I don't know. I just never got into coffee. I never really tried it before, and or we never will, just because it's like all I know from coffee, from my experience, is when you start it, you kind of rely on it at some point, and then it's like just another I guess item you spent money on, which you could easily like I mean, of course, if you enjoy it, like, I don't want to make it like sound bad to you or something, but at least for me, it's like, if I don't enjoy it now, why would I try it? And then maybe, I don't know, I feel content with my current situation, so why would I change it? Okay. So if you don't drink coffee, you feel like your head is going to explode? That's pretty crazy. Maybe you, I mean, if you want to, of course, I guess if you want to, like if you don't want to drink coffee anymore, you could probably like reduce the amount you drink over time, but yeah, that's what I that's yeah, easy. See, it's just like being used to it, and then like, oh well, another coffee, of course, why not? And then if you don't drink it, you're like, you have like some sort of symptoms, and yeah, why even start? Probably if you want to cut it off, you can probably just like reduce the amount you drink every day, and then at some point you should probably be able to cut it out of your life overall. But maybe you like the taste. I mean, you said you don't enjoy it, so probably not. I think there was another, yeah, well, I guess, oh, okay. Yeah, I guess at some point you kind of create some reliance, I guess, for coffee, or like maybe not addiction, but like yeah, I would probably call it reliance. Yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe it's time to go on a water diet. Only drink water and like eat whatever. Skip, like cut coffee out of your life. It's taking over your life. I mean, at least you said you don't enjoy it, so maybe it's too much of a hassle. Just maybe it's easier to drink it every day. I'm not a addiction expert. Oh, cigarettes as well. Oh no. Yeah, I guess, but yeah, I don't know. Do you want to cut cigarettes and coffee out of your life, or is it just like you know that it's like not really enjoyable anymore for you, and you kind of know that you would probably like to cut it off, but you don't really care about it that much? Okay. I guess it's time for some like hoarding a bunch of what is it, like chewing gum to never have to, so you never have to smoke another cigarette in your life. You know, they should like release chewing gum that tastes like cigarette. Just so you have the same taste in your mouth, but you don't have to smoke another cigarette. I wonder if that's, hold on, I bet that exists. Chewing gum cigarette test. I mean, what does it taste? How is it? I guess it's even more like concentrated than World Confections bubblegum. Okay, well, that's just, yeah. Oh yeah, so there are these of course there are these bubblegum that are shaped like cigarettes, but then there's probably also like chewing gum that tastes like cigarettes. I bought toothpicks, flavored toothpicks before. I still have them here. Hold on. There you go. Can you see them? Hold on. There you go. Small little box with toothpicks in them. They all are flavored with what is this one? Apple. Tastes pretty good. Every time like you use one, you can chew on it a little bit more, then you get all the taste out of it. Pretty cool. Maybe you could try that if you like chewing on stuff. Like if you have like a, I don't know, like a pen in your hand and you like to kind of chew on it from time to time, maybe grabbing yourself some What is it like? Okay, well then that's probably not for you. I like these toothpicks. I have another one which is, I think, has a taste of mint. I think it's in one of my jackets. Pretty cool. Oh, too exhausting. Yeah, I think my jaw muscles are pretty trained. I have a I have my Invisalign that I put in every night because I tend to chew while I'm sleeping, which also caused caused at least my two front teeth to get shorter and shorter. That's also why one of them is shorter than the other one. Because I don't know, like grind my teeth when I sleep. That's why I got a brace, I guess like a plastic brace that I put on. So I train my jaw muscles when I sleep. And my friend even told me that he has another, it's like chewing or grinding his teeth when he's sleeping. So he's even worse because he actually chews that hard that he's that he broke his plastic thingy that you put in your teeth, which is even crazier. Like, it's pretty hard. So I'm always wondering how hard he's chewing on that thing that it's breaking. Super weird. So hold on, you have this, that's the worst part of the hand. If you look at your thumb, hold on. If you look at your thumb, you can see it has a certain angle. If you look at it from right there, you can see it's not perfectly straight with the rest of the hand. It has a certain angle, and then it is connected with this weird little flap of skin right there, and the skin just goes somewhere. It starts somewhere and it goes somewhere, and it's always so difficult to put in, to sculpt that piece or part. And also how it shapes or deforms when you move. So weird. Nicotine inhalers, okay. I hope that helps you. How does that work? Is it just like a vape? Isn't is the nicotine the one, the ingredient that is hurting your lungs, or is that just all the other stuff that is part of the cigarette, like the tar or whatever that's in there? I think there's also a vape taste that's like cigarette taste or nicotine. Do you still want to, do you just want to get rid of smoking cigarettes, or do you want to get rid of smoking at all? Overall, do you not want to smoke at all anymore? I guess the first thing you could do is the most difficult part is probably to break the habit of grabbing a cigarette and then going out. And so I guess the best way would be to first break the habit, and then you can kind of, or always when you realize you're trying to grab the cigarette box, you kind of try to stop yourself. That's the worst. The habit is always you don't think about it, so you just do it, and breaking that could be the hardest part. That's the hardest part, not only to get, but also to kind of to stop. If you kind of want to start a healthy lifestyle, for example, you have to kind of like consciously do it every day until you like it becomes a habit. But then if it's a habit, and if it's like a unhealthy habit, it's also very hard to get rid of it. Where's my dude? There it is. Oh, I should probably pull up my reference. That would be a good idea. Yeah, that's why I just never started smoking or drinking alcohol or whatever. Drinking coffee. Just want to avoid addictions as much as possible. I don't think I'm a like I don't have a very addictive personality, but why would I even try or like test if I have one? And usually it's like when someone tells me like, oh, or someone asks me like, oh, you don't drink? And then I tell like, okay, no, I'm not, I don't drink. They usually like tell me, okay, well, they usually like wonder why, but then they tell you, okay, well, they kind of like see that it's like not a bad thing. Or like they don't tell me like, yeah, you should start drinking. They kind of like know that it's not like bad, but they also don't want to stop. I mean, I don't want them to stop necessarily, but I don't know. I guess I'm just special. Wait. I think the hand is too spread out, like the fingers, they're too far apart. Are they? I think so. I don't want to move the whole thing again. That's just so annoying. Let's do it in edit mode. Let's see if that works. No, that won't. Let's try. Okay. How long did it take you to find that emoji? I remember like when I wanted like set a special emoji, it takes like so long to find it, then is it even worth like posting that even anymore? The worst one to find is always like the dude that is like with the face palm, for example, like the dudes that are like the male and female people that do some sort of gestures are always like buried underneath like a whole lot of other stuff which you never use. I mean 90% of all the emojis you never use, but especially the yeah exactly that one. So we use a certain I guess communication software where I like work that is similar to WhatsApp. The best part about it is probably that you can add your own custom emojis. So I added the one Twitch emote that like where he's like sitting like this. I don't know what it's called, but that's the one I added and I use quite frequently. I don't know why, but it's just one of my favorite emojis to use. Yeah, this one. I don't know what it's called though. Can I see it? No, I can't. There you go. Kind of. Okay, well, that's kind of scuffed now. Let's see if we can fix this. But I think if they're closer together, that's better. Yeah, I mean that was that had to happen. We have to, if we push these together in edit mode, then that's always gonna happen. But it shouldn't take long to fix. Just smoothing it, moving it around. Hopefully it looks better. Otherwise it was like a whole lot of wasted effort. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. I think that's better than before, but I probably have to work on it some more to make it look better than before, at least. I think it was just too spread out. Now it's a little bit more compact in terms of like width. Which is, I think, more realistic. I wish I had like a before and after image. Okay, let's see if it's like somehow nope, looks pretty good. We can probably even put it closer to the cloth. We can do that later though. So the thumb looks pretty good, I think, but these fingers look kind of scuffed. I guess they have to be a little bit shorter, at least all of them except the middle finger. There you go. Okay. The pinky's way too long. Da-da-da. Okay, let's do the last one. Yesterday I remembered a fun story from my younger years, I guess, from my childhood, which was at some point there was this, I guess, like Mickey Mouse magazine that that was like released every, I guess, like Friday or so, every week at least. And there was always like this toy in there. There was, of course, the magazine with a few comics, and then there was the toy that came with it. Usually it's like some sort of like plastic stuff that is like super useless, some sort of spy goggles that are supposed to let you see through walls or whatever. Or once there was like some sort of digital camera that you could set up that could, I don't know, like detect someone, and then it would like play a siren sound. But the best one was probably the the pretty realistic looking dog poo. So it was actually like it looked pretty good. It was like some sort of slimy rubbery texture, or like it was some sort of slimy rubbery mass, which actually was kind of sticky. Not dog food, dog poo. And I don't think I have it anymore, but what I so it was kind of fun to play around with it, and then at some point I discovered that it's like kind of sticky. So what I did was I grabbed it and like threw it at the wall so it would stick, and it was actually pretty sticky, so it would just stick there to the wall until you would like remove it. It was pretty very very sticky, so you actually had to put some effort into like, to rip it off the wall. And then I made a big mistake at some point. I think once my friend came over and we decided to, back in the day I was living somewhere else in a apartment with pretty high pretty high ceilings, probably like 3 meters high or so, like an old building. That's usually how old buildings are here. And you can probably imagine what we did. We then grabbed the poo and like threw it at the ceiling, and then was sticking there. Of course, it wouldn't fall down because it was so sticky, and we threw it with more and more power. And at some point, what we usually would do is we would grab a broom to peel it off, but the last time it was just too heavy or too sticky. It was just sticking to the wall like too much. It was just, we couldn't get it off, so I just decided to leave it there. Like, it's been there for like such a long time. Then at some point I kind of decided to try to rip it off again, and then it actually worked. Like, it was some like super fuzzy with all that like all the dust particles in the air like sticking to it. And I was able to get it off the ceiling, and then I look up again, and there was like this super, of course we had like white ceilings, who would have guessed, and we had like this super like kind of dark brown spot up there that is just sitting there now. from flinging that poo up there and then leaving it there for like weeks or so, maybe a month. It was a pretty cool, I think it was probably one of the best toys that was in the Mickey Mouse magazine ever. All the other stuff was just some sort of like plastic trash that would just, it's like the Kinder surprise egg or Kinder egg, whatever, that has these small toys in them. Every time you open it, you look at it, and you either you get this figure that you can collect, which is the worst because you can't even like build some sort of cool like toy. You just have this figure that you then just, I don't know, throw away, whatever, throw in the trash. Or you get like this elaborate construction that you can then build with the plan, whatever. And usually it's like you build it, it's pretty fun until you're done, and then you do it once. Like, you have this, for example, there was this motorcycle or this motorbike that you can then, if you put it on some sort of surface and then you pull it back, so it like winds up, and then you leave it go, and then it starts racing. Like, it's pretty fun, but then that's about it. Like, you do it once, then it's over. That's basically what every one of those Mickey Mouse toys was. 1 year I think I had a subscription for them, so I got like every single one of them every week. So I had like 50 or so of those toys at some point at the end. And they were basically maybe all except like 2 or so were pretty trash. Just like waste, plastic waste. At least I got a nice poo replica that can stick to walls. Or at least stuck to walls. I don't think I have it anymore. I think at some point I threw it away. Maybe I have it in one of the boxes. I kept a few of my, I guess, toys. We've been living here for like a few years now, so I probably have like a few of my toys from back then still. But I don't think I still have the poo. I don't think I've kept that. I think it was like so dirty and fuzzy that I just threw it away, like threw it in the trash. Okay, so this side looks pretty okay. Not better, not worse than okay. This side looks pretty bland. Maybe we should work on it some more. I don't think I'll buy it again. I mean, maybe just to fling it at another wall, but I don't think they'll ever release it again. Let me see if I can find it somewhere on the internet. Usually if you get these toys, like the fake poo, it's usually just this plastic thing, like this molded plastic that looks like poo. But this one was actually like rubbery, which was kind of surprising because usually you get this trash. Doesn't even look like real poo, but this one actually looks really good. Let's see. Not, oh my god. I don't think I can find it. It's probably too old. It was a long time ago. I don't even know if the magazine still exists. Yeah, okay, it still does. Let's see. Toys. Oh. Yeah, like this cockroach that you can then like I think you can flip a switch and then it would just like run forward. A knife, a ninja knife, or like dagger. An energy sword, a dog bone. Lie detector. Ooh. Giant cockroach. I guess like a punch gun with a boxing glove at the front. So much garbage. I mean, the best part was probably the comics, because there was always like this, I remember every time, like in every magazine, there was some sort of cheat code on one of the pages. So it would tell you like, oh, if you go, like if you start this and this game, if you type in like whatever, like on your Nintendo, if you press A, B, 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 A, B, 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 up, up, down, whatever, there's something happening, whatever it is. But the problem was, I think there was never any, like there was never a game that I played. I was always just other games that had these cool cheat codes. Never one of mine. I always like looked for that page and saw, like, was looking for like a cool cheat code that I could try, but it was always just like some sort of trash game that nobody plays or played. Back in the day when there wasn't that much internet. I don't even know if I have to detail the whole hand that much. It's probably just a little more helpful to structure it like fully, so I can then kind of I don't know, like make it easier on myself when I want to mechanize it, I guess. Like if I, for example, want to make special parts for the knuckles, at least I have like the knuckles in here. I don't have to like kind of imagine how they would look like or where they are. Let's see, we can probably make this a little bit thinner as well. Oh, that's the wrong brush. I want to grab it, not crease it. There you go. Okay. There you go. Okay. You know, it's so weird. I don't know if I told, like, I think I told it before at some point, but it was probably a while back. I will try to apply for a different job, probably like in a few months when I finish my resume. So I want to like switch jobs just because it's a little bit more focused on what I actually want to do at work. So it's more focused on video and editing and 3D and all that than what I do right now. Right now I'm working in a, I guess, advertisement agency, which is more focused on 2D print and all that. Not really like, we do digital stuff like websites and all that, but not really like whatever, like VR, or not really that much video anyway, or yeah, just more traditional. And I kind of want to expand my horizon when it comes to video and 3D and all that, maybe even like VR stuff, so game engines and all that jazz. So I kind of want to apply it for a different job, which is why I'm working on a resume for that right now, a video resume, so that I can not only like send some sort of paper, but also like actually a personalized video showing off my work. And you know, I wanted to go there because I wasn't really working on any videos, or couldn't really, like, there were no video projects. And now I think over the last 2 or 3 weeks I got like 2 or 3 new video projects that I'm now a part of. So like why couldn't they like be there before? Like now we want to start doing like these I guess like video showcases of what we do, or like finished projects, showing them off in a video format, rather than just putting them on our website with like screenshots and like some sort of descriptive text. We want to actually like do a small, I guess, show reel. We want to do a show reel for the whole agency, so like work that we did over the last year or so. And there's also a client that wants to have an like an image film, I guess, because we've made a new, I guess, like sub brand for him, which has a whole new design, and I'm supposed to do like the some sort of like teaser or trailer showing off like the design, the ideas behind it, and how it's like shaped and how it looks like, and like how the logo looks like. The logo is supposed to have a custom, I guess, like intro, like an animation, how it's supposed to appear. All that stuff comes now. And yeah, I don't know, it'll be interesting to see if when I like when I get hired, and whether that is after I finished all those projects, or if it's going to be before. If it's going to be before they are finished, there's, I think, one more person that could like really like probably like continue working on them. Like we have another person that is kind of capable of working with animation and video and all that, but he hasn't done like animations for a long time. So usually he gives me all the video work. So it'll be kind of interesting to see if when I switch my employee, my job, my whatever, my office, whether or not, or how that's gonna change the plans. I mean, they're just internal plans, so usually internal plans kind of end in, usually the plan or the how internal plans go is it's gonna have like an ambitious start, like cool ideas, okay, let's do this, and at some point there's gonna be a bottleneck. Most of the time it's just like there's just too many client jobs that we have to finish, so we can't really work on internal projects, and then that's usually the bottleneck. Or it's like money, we can't pay any more money for these projects. For example, we renovated one of our rooms to make it more like a more inviting break room where you can like eat or whatever, which costs quite a lot, but we were actually able to pay quite a lot for furniture and all that. So it's either money or time, or just gets lost in the sea of I don't know, projects. So we'll see what happens. I'm kind of like, I try to finish my resume as fast as possible, or my show reel, whatever, just because on their LinkedIn they actually have like a job description, what they are looking for right now, what they want to hire, that is actually almost perfect with what I guess what my skills are. Like right now I'm working with Photoshop, InDesign, Illustrator, and all those like more like traditional programs that are more like for print, or like photo, like photo editing. And then as my hobby, I'm like working with Premiere Pro, After Effects, Blender, so it's like a good mix between 3D and 2D, and also print and digital. Not very much, I don't really work on creating like websites, which isn't really that interesting to me. It's like websites are kind of like, for me at least, the traditional website is more like a print, I guess. It's similar to print in terms of its design philosophy and all that. With 3D, of course, you have way more, I guess, possibilities. I once made a video presentation in one of our like meetings. I think it was like a year ago or even longer, where I kind of told like, or like I was kind of supposed to talk a little bit more about video and how we could utilize video a little bit more in the future. And I talked about video is basically, if you think about it, just, of course, that's what the name comes from, 25 FPS, for example, 25 frames per second, 25 images per second, meaning you do not only have 2 dimensions for every single frame, every single image, the X and Y, or like, yeah, X and Y dimension, where you can display information, but you also have a third one, which isn't the Z dimension, so basically adding another one to make it 3D, but actually the 4th dimension, which is the time dimension. So you can not only display like information on an image, you can also display multiple information, or like more information on the same frame, but over a certain amount of time, which gives you, of course, more possibilities on how you can utilize it. So yeah, I don't know, video and 3D is just so much more interesting to me than traditional, I guess, print and yeah, 2D media. I'm probably also, that's also why I'm probably not that good at it. I mean, if I get a job where I have to like do a whatever, like some sort of design, I can probably do it, but it's not going to be like my best work, and I probably don't enjoy it as much. I just don't have the ambition. And the new agency does more with the VR, 3D animation, video, all that stuff, which is just so much more interesting to me. And of course, if I'm the only one in my agency or in where I work, if I'm like the one with the most knowledge, or even the only one with knowledge over like it all, there's really someone that could give me real feedback. There's also no one I could really learn from, which kind of holds me back, I guess. Of course, to learn more here at home when I'm working on my I guess hobbies, whatever. But of course, it would be like better use of my time if I could also improve while I'm at work. That's why I want to switch. I think I've been working at my current job for now like 4 years. Like the first 3 were my apprenticeship, and then 1 more year this year, almost 4 years, like 3.5 now. Just just working. I kind of wanted to just chill after finishing school. What is that? Is that a link? No. How did you make your make your text blue? Is that blue and wait, what? Did you pay did you buy some sort of microtransaction on Twitch to make it blue? I've never seen blue like a blue font before. Okay, interesting. Never seen it before. It's probably like supposed to be either a command or like a link, but then if you just don't type a link, I guess you can click on it. Ah, okay. Okay. Let's do the inside. The inside is kind of boring. Just looking at my hand right now. I mean, I was probably like done with the whole story. Like, just trying to use my time better. Right now, I kind of probably use up all of my time, like working, and then my hobbies take over like the rest of my time that I have like free time, which means that I don't really have the ability to focus on improving, for example, my video editing capabilities, I guess, which is of course like a byproduct of just working on YouTube videos, for example, or like this compilation, for example. But it's just, I would like to have more time in the day. If the day would have like 32 hours, that would be pretty cool. I of course try to have get enough sleep. I probably get like the minimum amount I need right now. But yeah, I mean, you know, just I think switching my job to learn more while I work, just challenge myself in new ways. It's just a better way to continue and use my time more effectively than just, I guess, like staying safe, working there until I either get fired or like I die. You know, I think I talked about that like a week, like, no, I think it was this week. We did a feedback, like a small Q&A, or it's not a Q&A, what is it called? Wait, what? A survey. We did a survey with where we could give feedback. One of the questions was, so usually the questions are like, are you happy? Do you have all the like all the stuff you need, or do you yeah, are you happy? Are you happy with the work? Are the projects like fun, whatever? And one of the questions is, do you see yourself working here, like do you see yourself working on, like, working here with us, or working in this like, hold on. Do you see yourself working here still in 3 years? And I think the first survey had like a like, I think like 60% or so said yes, and a lot of people seemed to be surprised by that. And I was like, just like, of course I take no, or it was like a spectrum from 1 to 6, meaning I think it was a yes or no. I ticked no, and I was really shocked that only like 60% like saw themselves still working there like in 3 years. I always like think there's so much that can happen in a year. Even like just your lifestyle can change so fast. For example, me, if I just look back at my last, even just like December, I remember in like before I started like streaming and all that, what I usually do when I came home was like I was working on my 3D stuff for like two hours or so, and then I would switch over to playing games for the rest of the day, like 3 hours or so, which was a good like balance. And the game I played the most probably was Destiny 2. Maybe you know that game. And one of the things that is always like the most important, I guess, like there's always going to be a new DLC every year, which comes out roughly, like last year was November, and every DLC that comes out has a rate that like releases a little bit later, so you can prepare for it. It's similar to World of Warcraft rates, but of course it's a first-person shooter game, which means it's like a little bit less, I guess, like it has like mechanics that are more tailored to, I guess, the first-person perspective. You can't really like say like, oh, we have like 50 buffs on the right side, which you can't really see when you're like shooting at stuff, because you have to focus on the middle of the screen. In WoW, you can focus a little bit more on your surroundings. So it's more about movement and all that stuff, and timing. And I remember I signed up to start or to play when it releases. It's like the day one race every, like, that's basically the biggest event every year, where when the raid releases, there's a raid race. The first one that can finish the raid will get a prize, basically a belt, like similar to like a wrestling belt with your name carved on it, and like I can show you what it looks like. And so I wanted to contribute, or like to be a part of it. So I was looking for a team. I found a team. We were playing the race. I think we played for probably like 26 hours or so. like in one sitting, trying to beat the raid. We got to like all the way to the boss. I think the first team finished it in like 6 hours or so. So we weren't like expert. We probably, most of us did it for the first time, like a day one raid race. And yeah, I think I played for probably like 24. No, I can't remember when we started, but it was probably like, I was at least awake for more than 24 hours. And then the biggest, like, I guess, problem was that we ended our session, I guess, on Sunday, which means I was kind of like sleep deprived on Sunday, which means I was probably a little bit sleep deprived on Monday, which was true, but it wasn't like too bad. But I still remember thinking at the next year, like, oh, I want to do the same next year. I want to contribute again. I mean, I want to be part of it again. But then, like, two or 3 months later, I'm sitting here, not even playing games anymore, really, except for maybe on Fridays or maybe over the weekend, and rather like doing like 80% of like doing like a whole, like having a whole different lifestyle within a time frame of like 2 or 3 months. So the question whether or not you want to, like, you think you're going to do something a year later, is kind of crazy for me to answer with a yes. I would probably say I will probably have this lifestyle next year as well, but of course it'll probably be very different. Yeah, so it's kind of weird for me that people are kind of that surprised that so many people wrote no. Usually I get 7 hours, like seven and a quarter, 7 hours 15 minutes. That's for usually what I'm shooting for, either 7 or 7 hours 50 minutes. I think the optimal time for me would be like 7.5, but yeah, usually it's 7 hours 50 minutes. I could probably, like, usually what I do is I watch a few, like 1 or 2 videos when I before I go to sleep. I could probably cut those off, but then I would have like 50 minutes a day to just relax and watch videos. So I kind of want to keep that as some sort of like free time every day. So it's kind of a struggle. Either I sleep a little bit longer, or I just watch like 1 or 2 videos. Okay, hold on. There it is. That's what it looks like. Nope, not this window. There you go. That's what it looks like. It's like a real belt, like with leather and like some sort of metal in the middle. You can probably wear it if you want. Like that's the, or like the full size. You can see his hand right there. So it's pretty big. It's like a real belt that you can win with your name. I think there's the year. There's a special icon for every raid that you can see right there. There's a big tower, and there's the name of the raid right there, and the name. I mean, your name, your username underneath. I mean, it maybe you will probably not wear it, but it's like a cool trophy to get. I mean, usually like you're not really shooting for getting it. It's more like being the first person ever to beat the new raid. That's probably what most people shoot for. I think the belt is more of a trophy rather than the main goal. Oh, and then I think 2 years ago, there was also, when you finish the raid day 1, you can buy this jacket. I think there's always like now a jacket you can buy. This one I think was 2 years ago. Yeah. So like it's just submerge if you finish it like I think on in the first week. That's what I think. Yeah, that was the jacket that you could buy when you that I think that was the one I could have bought. No, I couldn't. I didn't finish the raid in the first week. I just wasn't really motivated to finish it once we've like we stopped playing the day once we stopped playing on the first day. I was kind of demotivated. Yep. Let's continue. I kind of want to actually start working on the mechanical parts here. So I kind of want to maybe do a few more adjustments for the inner part, and then we'll go over to the actual, I guess, substance. Yeah, you know, and then it's not like the question was like, do you see yourself still working here a year later? It's like 3 years. There's so much that can happen 3 years. Like, even if you just look at like you being 3 years older, 3 years don't seem that long, but if you like think about what you did in 3 years, what changed in 3 years over the course of 3 years, it's like I don't know. I think some people just look for a safe job to work at, and they're content with just, if they found it, they just like, I don't know, treat their job as some sort of like a job, not really like an extension of their hobby, more like a chore, I guess, that you have to do to get money. And if you have a safe chore, then you just do whatever you want to do when you're done, like when you in your free time, I guess. But I don't think that's not the lifestyle I want to have, and I don't think that's a good lifestyle to have in general. Like, just having a job, like staying at your job just because you feel comfortable, I guess, or you don't have to worry about money and all that. I don't think that should be the focus. Like, I was like one of the colleagues just left, I think last month, and I was kind of like, she told me where she worked before, like her whole career, I guess, where she worked before, and she told me that she was working at her so after she finished her apprenticeship, she stayed there. So she just stayed where she did her apprenticeship, which meant that she was just working there basically, and she at some point like became a full like I guess leader of a certain section of her I mean like leader of the creative team, I guess, which she said was kind of fun. Like working at that job was very, very fun, and she stayed there for 6 years. Like even just 4 years sounds pretty long for me. Like working, it was kind of surprising to me thinking about, like, I've been working at my current job for 4 years now. I would have expected to like probably like switch jobs every 3 years, just because at some point you kind of get too comfortable. You've done everything that your current job has to offer, and either you kind of just accept that you have a safe job and you don't want to keep learning, keep growing, whatever, or you just switch and face new challenges, I guess. I think a lot of people just choose the safe route. which is usually not the most fulfilling route you can choose. Of course, I don't have that much experience with it, but that's at least how I would think about it. I don't want to like judge, but that's how I think about it. I think that's also like it's some a little bit taught by parents, like, oh, if once you like my dad always told me, like, when I was younger, remember these days, like when I was in school, these will be the best years. You will always think back to them like the best days ever, like that's the best time of your life, like nothing to worry about and all that. But I think school, for me at least, high school was like, I don't want to say the worst. Well, probably if I consider like all that I experienced so far, school was probably the worst time of my life. That sounds probably worse than it should. It's not like it was like super horrible, but it was definitely less enjoyable than what I do now. Yeah, I was never someone that enjoyed learning theoretically. That's why I always like wasn't really that good at like in school. Usually what I would do is like, I always told my friend, like, if there's like this minimum you'd have to hit, I was always like cruising right there, like right on the edge, and just doing the minimum I had to do, just because theoretical learning is just so boring to me, and I don't know, it's just so painful to me. I'm someone that prefers to learn by doing. That's why I like sport. Of course, I probably like almost everyone liked sports in school, and then art was also pretty fun. I was never a fan of math. Math was actually like not that bad, because it was more about understanding. Like math is more about learning by doing than actually like, yeah, the worst is probably like language, like your main language, like grammar and all that. That's probably the worst, because that's kind of subjective even. Like if your teacher doesn't like what you write, then or like the worst is interpreting an like a music piece, like some sort of, or like a novel or whatever, like interpreting some sort of literature. That was the worst, because then I remember like making this in my head, at least, like this elaborate interpretation of what that person could mean with that text, and it was like super like logical in my head. And then I raised my hand, I wanted to say what I thought, and then the teacher was like, no, that wasn't what he meant with that at all. Like as if you knew what he was actually meaning with that, with what they like wrote. Like back in the day, they would like make another like description of what they actually thought when they wrote that novel or whatever. They would just write it, and then at some point someone would interpret it what they think they mean with it, with that. And yeah, that was always the worst. Either like language or music. Music was also like super dry. Math was more trial and error. That's probably why I didn't enjoy it, but it was better than language. Math is like just doing calculations over and over and over again until you kind of get the hang of all the formulas and you know how you have to apply them. But school in general is just not for me, so I don't really look back at it like fondly. even like every time I left school, I was kind of like finally, I can finally do something else. And then I go into my apprenticeship, going to school like at least once a week. In the beginning, like the first year, it was like twice a week. And then like finishing my apprenticeship, I was like, oh, finally. Especially because we had to do this, like we had to document what we did every week. Just like write it down basically in a small document. Like for example, oh, this today I learned, or like I don't know, like going to school and learning or having those like learning this and that, and then Tuesday going to work and working on a, I don't know, whatever like folder, or working on, I don't know, whatever, doing that every week. Of course I didn't do it every week. I just didn't do it for the first like half year. So what would happen is at some point, like I would still write down what I would do every day, but I wouldn't like write the document, which meant that at some point I was like in a deficit of like a half a year, and I would have to, oh yeah, after 1.5, like 1.5 years, we had this like halftime test where we had to give the hold on, the report, I guess, to the school to just verify that we were like, it's some sort of insurance, I guess, so that we can kind of testify that we were actually working. And so I had to somehow like finish my whole like report until we have to do the take the test, which fortunately I was I think after like half a year I started using an app. Before that I was just writing down my time or my days on like a sheet of paper that I still had, fortunately. Otherwise I would have to like come up with something just from my mind. That was pretty lucky. So I was still able to like recover like 75% or so of my report, like of my work days that I have to report. So I finished the whole thing, like the report, like 1.5 years, which was probably like 150 pages or so. And of course every single one of those had to be signed by my trainer, I guess. So I remember, I don't really know why, but I remember like giving her the whole stack of 1.5 years of reports, like saying, I think I gave her like a few of them, but I couldn't tell her, or I didn't want to tell her that I I didn't do like the reports at all so far. So I was trying to like get around it somehow. And what I told her was like, oh, the reports I had so far, I accidentally like shredded them, so I had to do all of them again, which actually worked, hopefully. And I don't know if she just said it worked, or like she said she believed it, but actually she kind of knew. But she then had to like sign like 150 or so, or 80 of the reports. And then after that I was just like doing them, I think like once a month. Didn't want to go through the same nightmare again. And I was so happy when I finally like finished my apprenticeship, that I was finally done with all those annoying reports. So I guess right now is probably the best time of my life right now, because I don't have any school anymore and can fully focus on my hobbies and just working. I know one of my colleagues told me that he was advising me, or that he gave me the advice that I should go back to at least to uni to study something. Just because if you've been working already, like you've done an apprenticeship before, you would have like a advantage in uni, just because you have to reach a certain score, I guess. And if you've already been working and you finish your apprenticeship, you already start with a certain score, so you would have to do less. You'd probably have to do less less time to finish the whole thing. But I don't know, I kind of dread going back and learning. Learning is just dry theoretical learning is just so bad. I just can't do it. I mean, I could probably do it, but it would just be so miserable. So I try to not do that. I just try to become better by switching jobs, I guess, and just learning in my free time. Self-taught. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can still go to uni when I'm 25 or so. I don't plan on doing that, but yeah, if I want to, I can still do that. There's not really like that's also why I didn't really go to uni, is that everything that's interesting to me, I can probably do by myself, like teaching myself. It would probably be just a little bit like faster if I would go to uni, but then I would probably have to it wouldn't really it's not really a difference whether I go to uni or I would kind of do it myself. Like either I work from 9 to 5 and then I learn afterwards, or I go to uni from 9 to 5 and then I work afterwards. It's not really like a big difference, except for it's a little bit more focused on certain topics, and you can get feedback from experts, in quotation marks. That's probably just a more effective way to learn, but yeah, I don't know. I think I can learn more by switching to a more to a different job. For example, the one I want to go to. Okay, I think the hand looks pretty good now. Not perfect, but I guess as perfect as it needs to be. It's just a base mesh, so yeah, I guess. I don't know, dude. I think it's still too long. Oh man. Well, whatever. Who cares? So, let's sculpt some mechanical parts now. We probably have to increase the density so we can actually paint some hard surface stuff. I mean, sculpt some hard surface stuff. Let's put it to 600. Oh, not 60,000. Oh, let's see how that looks like. I don't even know if that works. Let's save before I start. Okay, let's see. 60,000. Oh no. It froze immediately. Oh, it stopped. Let's see. Oh, it froze again. Let me drink something real quick. Looking pretty bad. 60,000 is probably not really a good choice if we've been working with 400 before. Oh, hello. It worked. Let's see how far we can zoom in. Oh, it's too close. You can't even get close enough to see the individual geometry. Oh, you can see it there a little bit. Oh my god. Yeah, nice shape. We could probably keep it there. No, never mind. Put it back. Okay. Okay. Let's put it to 600. Oh, wait, that's 600? I guess we need more. I guess 1000. Never. I think I've never worked with 1000 before. Getting pretty laggy, but I think 1000 should be enough. Okay. So, let me look at my references first, so I can kind of get an idea of how we could structure it. So this will probably be like the base layer. I will probably create like fully mechanical fingers, which won't have like a base layer underneath. Just the middle part will have like a base layer underneath. So, oh, sorry. Let's start with the fingers, I guess. It's probably the simplest element. Okay. Oh, hello. So, what I usually use is my crease brush. This way I can kind of cut in here. Let's make it stronger. There you go. Perfect. So, let's separate the individual bones first. Okay, let's see. First of all, what I want to do is separate them just where they would start, probably. Like this one can probably go a little bit further, so they're more like they have to be connected somehow. So we can probably like screw them together right there. Then we have the bottom part, which of course needs a little bit of space right there, so we can bend it down so it's not like intersecting. Right there. Like this. Then the other side. There you go. Just trying to put down some general shapes and then we can define them some more later. Okay. So, we could kind of think about this part now. What we can like debate is whether or not we should keep some free space up here as well, like some sort of like gap, or not, because the part right now, like the finger is kind of overextended. I don't really know if that's possible. No, yeah, it stops right there, so you should probably like pull it back a little bit. Let's do that real quick. Select this, hide it. Nope, that's not. Wait, how does it work again? Hide masked. There you go. Okay, that was the wrong one. Invert the mask. Hide masked. Another one. There you go. Wrong. There you go. Okay. So now we can rearrange this, I guess, dislocated finger. There you go. That's better. It cannot overextend. We have to keep that in mind. So we can kind of like, we don't need really like a gap. What we could do though is like a small individual piece in the middle, which kind of works like a kneecap, which kind of preserves the volume if you like angle your finger, I guess. So one right there. That's the last, I guess, bone. Okay, that's kind of has like a weird shape. Let's make it a little bit rounder. There you go. Other side. This one's very round. Maybe we can pull it down a little bit. There you go. And then we can finish the, I guess, finger kneecap by making this like more of an oval. There you go. Like an eye shape, oval shape, whatever. There you go. Aha. There you go. Looks pretty asymmetrical. Let's kind of maybe fix that. Okay. There you go. That's the first part. This will probably be a gap. So let's kind of, I guess, dig in here. Now comes the fun part where we can actually like create the mechanical hard surface stuff. That is the main title that I put in into the, like that I named the stream. Sculpting, hard surface sculpting, mechanical hands. Okay, I'm just gonna put this a little bit deeper. We will just not like put on any geometry over here, which will like kind of serve as the gap between the two elements. I will just like make this, put this down a little bit deeper just so I can kind of indicate that there should be nothing here. There you go. Perfect. Now, if she would angle her finger down, she would still be able to, like, there would be no intersection because there's like a free space, just like we have it in the upper arm right there. This gap. We can probably make these edges a little bit sharper using the, what is it called? The multi-plane scrape tool, which makes edges a little bit sharper. Who would have guessed? There you go. Oh. Now I'm just refining the edges, makes it look a little bit more hard surfacey. Oh, nope, that's not a good idea. There you go. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be today's content. Tomorrow is probably also. I was kind of planning on finishing the first hand this week. And then, yeah, what's the next step? I guess finishing detailing the hand and the arm and then transferring it to the other side. I guess that's the next step. Let me bring back the body. I just want to quickly see what it looks like right now. Oh, object mode. There you go. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. There you go. Let's see. So we have the first arm. Is it too long? It seems pretty long. Maybe it's a little bit too long. We can probably shorten it later. The other hand right there. I mean the other arm. Oh, we need the cloth, of course. There you go. That's roughly what it's going to look like in the end. Of course, it's still just... especially the upper arm is pretty thin right now. If we add like 1 or 2 layers of these layers, like these metal planes. It'll be a little bit thicker. Yeah, but then we're gonna put in some more detail in the arm, like right there. And then that's gonna be the arms. Then we will probably put a few like mechanical parts on the rest of her body as well, like on, I guess, like, I don't know, like her face maybe, but we're not there yet. So let's continue with the hand. Oh yeah, I mean, I kind of want to stay close to her original design, because I only want to like, I want to preserve the look itself. Maybe I'll do like a personal extended version of it where I like add a little bit more technology to it. But I kind of want to like replace the parts that aren't there anymore, that were there before, to finish the scope basically. Wait, I selected the wrong object. Rather than like making it, I guess, cooler. I think the hand can be a little bit bigger. The hand should be roughly the size of her face. So let's see if that actually is true. Oh. Wait, where's the... Oh my god. There you go. The hand is a little bit too small. So let's make it a little bit bigger. So if you look at my hand, it's roughly like if I put my palm right there on my chin, goes all the way up to my hairline roughly. So I mean, actually it's quite, let's make it a little bit bigger. There you go, that should be enough. Okay, perfect. Let's put it back into its place. I should probably put the pivot point somewhere down here. Oh, where's my pivot point? Okay, it's hidden. Perfect. There you go. Hold on. There you go. Aha. Put it onto the ball. There you go. We should probably maybe change the shape down here, but we can do that later. Yeah, maybe we'll do like an extended version of her later. That'll have like more, I guess, technical like magic, or like more like accessories. But probably when I'm done with this, I kind of want to stay, I want to kind of do a few more like smaller projects afterwards, because usually when I do these bigger projects that take a long time, I kind of get fatigued, and afterwards I kind of have to recharge my batteries when it comes to bigger projects. So I'll probably do a few like smaller projects for some time. Okay. I like doing long projects, but at some point it gets like kind of, I don't want to say boring, but just, yeah, I guess like some sort of fatigue kicks in, which kind of like, it's kind of like a feeling of I still want to work on it, I want to finish it, but I also don't. Maybe I should, I don't know. Maybe it's just something I have to look for. It's not like I'm just suffering through this right now. But usually what happens is if I work on a project for a long time, I look at it, like look at Pinterest, and I see like more inspiration. And every time I see like new inspiration, I kind of want to do it like right away. Like, oh, that looks so cool. Let me do that right away. Like, let me do it right now. But then I kind of remember, oh, I have to finish this first before I can really do something else. And the longer it like goes on, the longer it's like the longer I'm like in the state of blocking my own inspiration, I guess, or ambitions. Which sounds kind of bad, but I mean, yeah, I don't know. Just a weird feeling. That's why I try to keep a, try to have a mix between short and long-term projects. Of course, I always have my quick sketches every day, which kind of keep it fresh every day. Like, at least I'm not only, like, I'm not working on this for 4 hours straight. Or like 3.5. I actually like finish an image every day, which is always like kind of refreshing to work on. But still. Just like, yeah, I don't know. I think the only really super long-term project I did before was probably like a few months ago, where I was recreating a pretty like elaborate concept art with like a whole set of armor, shoulder pads, and like a bucket, a belt, and like so many horns and so many intricate details that I put in, actually like making custom textures, retopologizing every single piece, which just took, or not every single piece, but like a lot of it, which just takes so long, or took so long, that at the end I was kind of glad I was done. I was glad I finished it, but I was also glad that I was done. Okay, so I want to give this some sort of shape. I think I'm gonna give it like a trapezius shape, so I will put in 2 lines right here. Let's make them a little bit more, no, let's make them round. Right, there's the first one. These will be a little bit hard, like harder edges, I guess. They will be sharper. There you go. And I also don't want to start multiple big projects, because then I feel like I kind of get lost between all of them. I remember seeing a tweet of someone asking, like showing his 3 big projects he was working on right now, and kind of asking which one he should finish first. I was kind of thinking like, oh dude, if you have like 3 big projects that you're working on right now, that must be so, like, like one is exhausting for me. Imagine having 3. I mean, it's probably like a little bit more refreshing to work on something different, like to have options on what you can work on, but still working on the same project for a long time, I don't know, it gets kind of like I don't want to say boring, but rather yeah, exhausting. At least next week we have something more practical on Monday that I'll do. Something like a short-term project that'll kind of spice things up. Yeah, this week we kind of tested Blender's simulation capabilities, which weren't that great. Next week is going to be something more creative, something more practical. It'll actually be multiple small projects. I don't really know how many, but it'll be multiple. There you go. We have a small little refined shape here. Of course, it's still kind of wonky, kind of, I don't know, like kind of. Of course, if you sculpt, hard surface sculpting in Blender at least isn't that like great when it comes to hard surface stuff. But I mean, at least it's a good like base that you can work off of. There you go. Aha, okay. Let's work on something else. Been working on that for quite a while now. Let's refine the finger. I think we only have to finish like one of them, because then I can kind of copy these elements to all the other fingers, I guess. Hopefully that works. It should. So we actually just have to finish one finger, which is kind of relieving. We don't have to do 4 of the same. Like we don't have to repeat this process for all 4 fingers, or at least 3 of them. The thumb will be a different topic. Okay. Okay. So what I wanted to do for the last finger bone was to put some sort of rubber at the tip to give it some more friction. So let's see if we can put that in. I want to give this finger a little bit more geometry first. Then we can kind of cut into the sculpt to define the rubber shape. Also, I'm kind of debating whether or not I should keep the fingernail, probably, just because it's easier than to distinguish it, or like to see it as an actual finger. I think without it, of course, we've discovered, looks kind of weird. So yeah, you know, that probably sounds kind of dark, but I just thought about, I wonder if you remove someone's nail, if the nail would regrow, or if that is like something you develop while you're a baby, and then if you lose it, you don't get it back. It's just like smooth after that. Let's see if there's, let's see. Let's Google that. Okay. Do fingernails grow back if removed. If all or part of your nail is removed, it will grow back. Okay, well, it takes approximately a week for a fingernail to start growing back and 3 to 6 months for it to totally grow back. After the nail is removed, you'll need to keep your fingertip covered while your nail starts to grow back. Okay, crazy. I wonder if it's like, if it starts from like from the root, I guess, and then grows all the way to the tip, or if it's like it just grows out of your like if it grows forward, or if it grows like up. Really? Why would you donate your nails? What is that used for? Like similar to organ donations? I mean, they will probably not remove your nails, I would guess. They would probably just cut off like excessive parts. Can't you donate hair as well? Or wigs, I guess? Or whatever they use it for. Felt jackets. Okay, let's see what you can like donate from your. What can you donate from your body while alive? You may donate an organ, tissue such as a kidney or part of the liver to a person who needs it while you're alive. Okay, let's see. Which organs and tissue can be transplanted? Living organ or tissue donation is transplanted from a living donor to a recipient. The following living organs and tissue can be transplanted: kidneys, part of the liver, part of the lungs, stem cells, bone marrow. Conditions for donating living, blah blah blah. Okay. What can be donated? Organs, corneas, tissues, hands and face. Hands and faces have recently been added to the list of organs that can be successfully transplanted. These complicated surgeries are technically called vascularized composite allograft organ transplants because they are surgeries composed of grafting many kinds of tissue: bone, muscle, nerve, skin, and blood vessels. Okay. In 2005, the first hand transplants were performed. And in 2007, the first face transplant was performed. Okay. I remember, I think, wasn't there some sort of experiment or some, like the first surgery where someone would remove a head off of someone's body and then attach it to a different body? Wasn't that like a surgery that was supposed to happen, but then it got cancelled? Transplanting head. There it is. A head transplant is an experimental surgical operation involving the grafting of one's organism's head onto the body of another. In many experiments, the recipient's head was not removed, but in others it has been. Okay. Experimentation in animals began in the early 1900s. As of 2021, no lasting successes have been achieved. There are 3 main technical challenges. As with any organ transplant, managing the immune response to avoid transplant rejection is necessary. Also, the brain is highly dependent on continuous flow of blood to provide oxygen and nutrients and remove waste products, with damage setting in quickly as at normal temperatures when blood flow is cut off. Finally, managing the nervous system in both the body and the head is essential. In several ways, the autonomic nervous system controls essential functions like breathing and the heart beating, and is governed largely by the brainstem. If the recipient body's head is removed, this can no longer function. Additionally, each nerve coming out of the head via the spinal cord needs to be connected to the putatively corresponding nerve in the recipient's body's spinal cord in order for the brain to control movement and receive sensory information. Finally, the risk of systematic neuropathic pain is high, and as of 2017 had largely been unaddressed in research. Okay. Interesting. Okay. It'll probably be possible at some point, and I think there was a plan on like transplanting your someone's head to another one. Yeah, world's first head transplant recipient wants a better life. Yeah, I think it was planned, but it didn't go through. Pretty crazy stuff. Okay, so imagine like getting narcotics, sleeping, and then waking up with a completely new body. Would probably be pretty awesome if you're like paralyzed from the head down, but yeah, or you're having like a I don't know, bike accident. You're like in coma for like a month or so, and then you wake up with a whole different body. At some point, you can in the future you can donate your full body. You see all these ads on YouTube. Become a body donor, or like these very emotional ads where somebody like tells their story about how they need not only blood, not only like a liver or a heart, but actually a full body. And at some point we will get the Futurama, the jar heads, where you can get some sort of ring underneath, like connect to your neck, which removes the head and still keeps it alive. I wonder if there's actually already like the cryo freeze or whatever it's called, where you can get frozen, and then you can decide when you want to be like when you want to be unfrozen again, so you can kind of like time travel, I guess. Let's see if that actually is a thing. I'm kind of stalling here, but whatever. Hopefully that is kind of interesting to listen to. Cryo freeze. Oh well, that's not what I wanted. Cryo freeze chamber. Well, Marvel Cinematic Universe. Well, that's not what I wanted. What would that be called? Freezing. Being frozen alive. Well, okay, I don't want to see some sort of horror movie. Hold on. And brought back to life. There you go. Frozen humans brought back to life, 16 minutes, Australia. Well, okay, that's just it. Well, hold on. Oh, there it is. Humans could be frozen alive and thought to continue. Well, wait. First human frozen by cryonics will be brought back to life in just 10 years. Okay. The first human frozen after death could be brought back to life in as little as 10 years. An expert has exclusively revealed. Okay. Yeah, at some point you can just decide, well, I don't like the times right now. How about I just sleep for 10 years or freeze myself for 10 years and then wake me up in 10 years, please. Or what was the other one? Oh, I just forgot. I just had it in my mind. Not being frozen, but actually I can't remember. Damn, it was actually a pretty interesting thought. It escaped me. Thinking about escaping. Or speaking of it. We actually have a small porch, and we have a small visitor underneath that porch. Maybe it's not a visitor; it's more like a, I guess, in like a how do you call that, like a resident. Well, it's not really coma, it's more that I think how it works is that if before they freeze you, they replace all of your blood with this sort of with this fluid that can't freeze, because I think blood can freeze when it's too cold, so they would replace your whole the whole blood with this sort of fluid that cannot freeze. This way you can still be supplied with I guess oxygen, if I remember that right. And I think that's how they keep you alive. Yeah, we have a porch. And we have a small resident now underneath that porch, which isn't really that welcomed. Like he's not like it's a small rat sitting there. Sometimes I think usually he or she come out at night and scour for every sort of food it can find. We also discovered that my dad likes to cook with his grill. What he would do is there's this, like, the grill is, you can close the grill, so it's like it has a lid, so you can close it so it's like hotter in there. You can keep the heat in there to make it faster, make the cooking process faster. And you would have like some sort of like bowl underneath, like that would catch all the fats that would just drip down. And guess what happened? Like the whole thing was full, probably like half a liter or so, just fat. And like one night my father like wanted to, I think he just looked at it, like wanted to check on it, and half of it was just empty. It was like completely full before, and then like I think the rat like drank like 25 milliliters of just fat, pure fat. And then like a few nights later, all of it was gone. So she would just, or he, whatever it would just excuse me, would just drink the whole thing. Which was pretty funny to me. Yeah. We had I think we had mice before, and then we had another rat before. The mouse we actually captured with a live trap, but I think we had a I guess death trap for the first rat we have. But I think now we want to capture the second rat that we have right now with a live trap, I guess. We can probably borrow from one of my my mom's I guess colleagues. But right now she's just running, or it's just running rampant and eat everything it can find. We have a small little bird house with of course teeth and all that in there. Guess what? She even gets up there. Like there's this, it's just standing on like this small little stick. But the mistake we did was that we put it too close to the wall. So like a wood wall, like a wood plank wall, so the rat would just climb up there and then like kind of like crawl between the two, like inside of the gap between the two planks, all the way to the to the house and eat everything, like the whole thing. Okay, let's see. So we have different possibilities. I think what would look cool would be maybe it'll be cut off right there. That's the beginning of the rubber surface, and then we will pull it back. Let's see what shape looks good. More like this, maybe. Another trapezius. I remember we had like multiple mice before, and they actually were running around in daylight, like in midday. So we could actually see them. And once we tried to, I don't really know what we wanted to like do, but we opened the porch door, or like the slide, like this sliding door, and I think we wanted to put some sort of food. We wanted to give them some food, I think. And I just remember one of the mice just running into our house, or into our apartment. She just ran underneath one of the sofas, and then afterwards we couldn't find her anymore. So either she ran out, or just is still sitting somewhere in our house. But I think she just ran out. We just didn't see her, because otherwise we would probably find some sort of small mouse skeleton at some point. I remember I had an aquarium once. I actually have 2 aquarium stories. I had an aquarium once when I was way younger, and I had it for quite a while, probably like a few years. And I remember, like, for a while I only had like just fish, just regular fish. But then at some point I kind of wanted to have something more exotic, I guess. So we went to a more like a fish, not market, like some sort of fish shop with something more specific, something more exotic. We got a not a crab. It was similar to a lobster but smaller, way smaller, like a we talked about that yesterday, right? What are they called again? You know, you would think that I would at least know the German word for it, but I can't even tell you what it is called in German. Not a lobster, but a very, very small... Hold on. No, it's not a... Oh, hold on. No. Not a crab. Yeah, basically just a small lobster. Well, yeah, okay, like a mini lobster. And it, of course, just similar to lobsters, they could like run around outside, like outside of the water. They could still survive on land, basically. So I kind of wanted to, I guess, play with it or just let it run around on the floor. It had this small cup that I put it in, or that we got when we bought it. So I played with it for a little bit, or watched it running around it on my floor. But then I think we went somewhere, and I put it back into the cup, but I forgot to to put it back into the aquarium. So then when I came back, I discovered that he was still like in that smaller cup, and I was like shocked. Oh no, is he dead now? Is he like did he like not drown but like suffocate? But he was actually pretty fine. He was just chilling. So that was at least not a death story. I have another death story though. When I then kind of got tired of having an aquarium, and we got rid of it. The aquarium was standing on some sort of desk or cupboard, which we then got rid of because there was no use for it anymore. So we removed it, or at least I put it somewhere else, I guess. And then I found a fish skeleton underneath that cupboard. And it was like super dry, like super old, and I couldn't even remember when I had any of those, like any of the fish that looked like that skeleton. It was pretty small, of course, but I was just like, wait, what? Since when is that? When was that there? When like I couldn't even tell you a single situation where I could have like remembered a fish just jumping like out of the aquarium or whatever. I never remember. I don't remember ever like just dropping one. Of course, I would know that I dropped it if I would know that it would, like, if I remembered like the fish. But I never, like, I was so confused, like, how did that get there? It almost looked like a fake fish because it was like so dry. I don't even remember what happened to the little lobster. I think I don't even remember. Maybe we gave it back. I remember we had I know what that guy's called. We had a catfish. And usually if you go to these aquariums, you would like see them roaming around like in those huge aquariums because they're like huge fish. Those are usually the ones that like stick to the glass, and like you can see them like sucking onto the glass and like licking the glass all the time, cleaning it basically. And we bought it when it was pretty small, and then it got bigger and bigger and bigger, and at some point we had to it was just too big for our aquarium, so we put it back into, we brought it back to the aquarium, to the shop where we got it from. Just got too big. Okay, now I'm just pinching, using the pinch brush to make the gap a little bit smaller. Of course, it's supposed to be some sort of supposed to be very compact, not like a lot of loose mechanical plates and all that. More very compact, so it looks like almost like a human hand, but you can still see like the mechanical parts. That's why I try to keep these gaps very, very slim, or like very yeah, slim basically. Okay, perfect. That's the rubber. I mean, we can probably put in like a pattern if we want to, but who cares? Okay. That is probably the first finger part. Maybe we could change the nail, but actually I kind of like it. I don't think I want to separate it more. Maybe we could put in like a screw right there. Like right there, but I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe we should go in, this way we don't change the silhouette. More like this, that's probably better. This way we kind of, I don't know, like we keep the silhouette intact. We can still indicate that it's connected in a way. Although this also looks kind of weird. I think we'll just keep it smooth. That's better. Okay, let's do the next finger. Let's do the first layout. We'll probably do that the same that we had there over here as well. So one thing I kind of nope, looks pretty good, I think. Yeah. Okay. Okay, there you go. Perfect. Making the gap a little bit more visible so I don't forget it. This gap should probably be a little bit like more close because it's like angled, the finger itself. Let's see if we can maybe adjust that a little bit. It's a little bit too open. The best way to model the hand would have probably been to do it without the pose already applied, but now it's too late. Now we have to work with what we have here. Adapt. No, what was it? I know the two last words, like adapt, overcome. What was the first one? Learn, adapt, overcome, something like that. Okay. There you go, now smoothing out. Maybe refining the edges. We can first put in the whole, I guess, cutting in the whole thing first. There you go. Very rough in the beginning. We can define it or like fine tune it later. Okay. Perfect. A perfect U shape. Now for the top. There you go. We should probably make a small gap, because if you look at it right there, this only fills it because it's like fully extended. If we have this small angle in it, like it kind of works like a kneecap. This part in the middle stays where it is, but then we have a small gap between the two finger parts, I guess. Let's sculpt that in. So just making the gap a little bit bigger. There you go. Okay. You know, I just thought about the emote again, like the what was it, the emote where you like the Twitch emote that I added to my to our offices to my jobs. I guess communication software. I can't remember what it's called. That's probably like if I like Yeah, exactly. What is that called? I think, I don't know if there's any like emoji in the usual like Android or iPhone repertoire, or like WhatsApp emojis, whatever, that kind of encapsulates that feeling. I don't know if there is. I don't think so. There's like some sort of like such a unique emote that kind of encapsulates a certain feeling that you can't really recreate with other emojis. Maybe with multiple ones, but I don't think there's a single one that kind of looks like it, that isn't really, that kind of encapsulate the same. Well, that is more like I don't want to hear it, or like I like I haven't heard about it. It's not really like oh no, what have I done, or what is about to come. It's like more the thought about like being in front of a lot of stress, I guess. Realizing something very bad. That's quite a unique emote. I mean, probably even PogChamp, I mean, it got removed, but still, it's not as unique as this one. This one just has a unique, like, I guess, not story, like, I mean, you could probably say, like, it has a unique storytelling that you can't replicate with other emojis that exist. It tells a unique story. Okay, let's use my... Oh no. Edge scrape tool, or whatever it's... What is it called again? Multi-plane scrape. Okay. Let's scrape these edges, make them perfect. There you go. Okay. The other side as well. There you go. Okay. Oh, there's a little bit more. Almost done. Yeah, we'll probably copy this finger to the four other similar fingers. If you have the structure down, I think the only difference is probably the length and maybe the scale in terms of the thickness. Okay. Looks pretty good. Let's finalize this, I guess, finger cap. Although I kind of like when it's just this round, just this smooth surface. I kind of like it more. Let's make it smooth. I don't like these harsh edges. Okay, better. There you go. Okay. Perfect. Okay, let's bring back the other fingers. I don't really know how you do that. Sculpt, hold on. Sculpt. Show all. There you go. Aha. Okay, perfect. See, it kind of... We retain the shape of the finger almost fully, except for down here, of course. But it looks mechanical. So tomorrow we will finish this finger. Then we will probably continue with... we will probably do the thumb, then the middle part. We'll see how far we get. And then hopefully we can start by creating the actual geometry for the hand next week. And then once that's done, we can probably work on details. And then we can copy it to the other side. That's then almost the full model. Then we can go over to shading. Perfect. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed today. Hope you had a good time. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for chatting. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Maybe I'll see you next time, maybe not. If you want to see more, of course, as always, you can look me up on any of your favorite social media channels. Until then, hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And stop recording and bye bye.